If you have a YouTube channel and you would like to come up with titles that are going to get more views, or if you have an online store and you would like to see the best time to sell certain products, then you should learn how to use Google Trends. I'm Mr. Mark and I'm going to teach you how to use it. First of all, to get to Google Trends, you go to trends.google.com. And this is a totally free tool, and you type in a search term. For example, let's say that you wanted to do a video or you wanted to sell winter hats online. If you search winter hats, all right, this is showing you the results for winter hats in the United States for the past 12 months on Google. All right, so this is actually showing you how often people searched for winter hats on Google. And as you can see, in April of 2018, in June of 2018, May of 2018 as well, July of 2018, and basically in the summer of 2018, no one was hardly searching for winter hats. However, you can see that as it gets colder into September and into October, and then it hits a spike in November, right, that a lot more people are searching for winter hats. Okay, it stays up in November, it stays up in December, and you can see it comes down at the end of December, right? So it's pretty obvious that a good time to start listing and selling winter hats, right, would be sometime in October into November and December, and you can expect it to kind of go down after December, and you can see that after January, February, it just really dips all the way down as it gets warmer in the spring, right? Okay, so that's one example, winter hats. Now let's do another example. Let's say you wanted to let's look at women's shoes, for instance. Okay, women's shoes, right? If you're looking at women's shoes, you can see that there's a very different pattern with women's shoes from winter hats, right? With winter hats, it was very low in the spring and the summer, and then all of a sudden it kind of shot up in the winter and came back down. Women's shoes, however, you can see that it is being searched pretty much all year. It is always above 50. See, right? This is the 50 line. So it's always above 50. And in fact, there's a good amount of time that is above 75, right? So this is something that is well searched. Okay, another thing you can do with this is to compare two search terms to each other. So let's say you have two things that are similar but just a little different, right? So for instance, I'm going to type in men's cap, right? And see how many people are searching for men's cap. Okay, and I see the pattern of men's cap. And then I want to compare that and see, well, do people say men's cap or do they say men's caps? All right, so now I'm going to type in men's caps with an S on the end to see if there's a difference. And the men's cap is blue and the men's caps is red. And as you can see, the blue men's cap is searched a lot more than men's caps. So apparently if someone is looking for a men's cap, they tend to type in men's cap, right? The blue graph. Right? They type that in more than they type in men's caps. Okay, so this is a comparison, right? You can also compare two things that are just totally different, right? So for instance, going back to the shoes, I could do men's shoes versus women's shoes, right? And you can see that they're fairly close. So the women's shoes, which is red, is searched more than men's shoes, but they're both being searched quite a bit. Now, let's go back to these settings. I want to point out that these can be changed, right? So you can search worldwide as well. And then you can also change this to YouTube to see how much people are searching it on YouTube, right? And you can see that on YouTube, and this is kind of interesting, on YouTube, men's shoes is searched a lot more than women's shoes worldwide. Interesting, right? So on Google, let me go back to I meant to go to Google. Okay, fine, Google Shopping, that's fine as well. So on Google Shopping, they're not that different. Men's shoes and women's shoes are not that different on Google Shopping. You can see that, right? These are very close together. But when you look at YouTube, I'm going to go back to that. Look at this huge difference, right? men's shoes, which is again blue, is searched a lot more, which is why the graph is so much higher up than the women's shoes. Very interesting, right? So for some reason, more men are going on YouTube, I would imagine, and looking at men's shoes. And it might be men doing this, the YouTube searches, and it could be women doing YouTube searches as well. But the point is that men's shoes is being searched on YouTube more than women's shoes. Okay, so that's another example. Now another thing I can search for would be something, a how-to topic. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. Okay, a how-to topic. For example, how to make pancakes. And I'm searching it on YouTube. Okay, I'm doing this as a YouTube search worldwide. Okay, and you can see that on YouTube worldwide, how to make pancakes is searched. Okay, it is being searched on a regular basis, and it has a spike here, right? And it's always above 50, right? So what does that tell me? Well, that tells me that if I do a video and I make the title how to make pancakes, chances are I should be able to get a good number of views on that video all year, right? It's always popular. People are always searching for how to make pancakes. It's always being searched on a regular basis, right? And even if I change this, now I can change this to the United States, right? Just to see if there's any difference in the United States. And I believe you're going to get a good pattern for the United States on this. And just sure why a little delay there. Okay, let me try that again. United States. Try that one more time. I don't know why it's... Okay, not sure why that wasn't going through. But as you can see in United States, it's always above 50 as well. Right, it's always above 50. And in fact, United States, it's a little straighter, right? So, I mean, it's not a straight line, but you can see that it's pretty much consistent throughout the year. Okay, so that might be a good YouTube title. Now, what I like to show you is that if I add one word to this, how to make pancakes fly, suddenly I have no data, I have no graph. That means that no one is searching for that. So this not only shows you something that is being searched for, how often it's being searched, it's also showing you what is not being searched for. So it's ridiculous to make pancakes fly, so no one is searching for how to make pancakes fly, right? People are hardly searching for that. I'm not saying that you should not do a video on it, but I'm just saying that if you did, right, you wouldn't really expect that to be as popular as how to make pancakes. But you never know, right? You really never know. Okay, now another thing you can do is you can search for a specific product. So for example, I'm going to search for this exact product, Dove Promises. And if you paste this and you search for it, okay, as a YouTube search, and really I want to make this a web search. In the United States, there's no data. All right, and I'm sure if I make this worldwide, it's going to be the same thing. There's no data. No one is searching for this specific product. People are not searching for Dove Promises for the past 12 months. No one searched for it, right? But you'll see the difference if I do this one, Nintendo Switch. You make sure I copied that. And I'm going to paste that here and press enter. You see that with a Nintendo Switch Gray Joy-Con for the past 12 months that people searched for it. It had a spike December 23rd to December 29th, right? Which is no surprise during the holiday season, right? So during the holiday season, you can see that a lot more people are searching for this product, right? So it's interesting because with other products, right, they're pretty much the same throughout the year, but then there's some where they just spike at certain times, right? A lot of people are looking for them at certain times. So this is one of those examples, right? So I'm going to just share a quick personal example. I did a video, and I have a very new channel, and I did a video on the Verizon Jetpack MiFi 8800L, which is a mobile hotspot, and it had a spike. It was being very heavily searched. Actually, I need to change this to YouTube, right? And it was heavily searched at a certain time in the US. I'm going to change it to the US so you can see. And I found that in the US, Verizon Jetpack MiFi 8800L, right, it spiked, right, at a certain time, March 24th to March 30th, right? And so basically, I had done a video on it, review of Verizon Jetpack, and I'm just going to go back. Well, actually, okay, we can stay on the screen for a second. So you can see that I start off with 0 views, right, in the beginning, and then it kind of went up, and it spiked around that time. So basically in late March, that's when it really got a lot more views, because people, I think part of the reason might be because people were searching for it more in late March, right? And late March, there was a spike there. It went up. A lot more people were searching for it, because I see that in the beginning, because I only did this a month ago and I had 0 subscribers. I just started this channel 1 month ago. So I had no views for all this time, but I noticed that as I went into March, right, all of a sudden I started getting these views, right? And now I'm at 299 views, right? Just a little bit over 30 days later. All right. So, and I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go back a screen and go to videos so you can see that most of my videos that have a low number of views that I made recently, right? But these 2 videos, the Verizon Jetpack MiFi, 193 views, right? 4 comments, 7 likes, right? I did that on March 16th, right? So just like a month ago, a little bit less than a month, right? That went up to 193. And then this one that I did March 8th, right? 293 views. But again, I think it's because it has this exact name, Verizon Jetpack MiFi 8800L. And again, there was a spike at that time. So because the video has a title that is named after a very specific product, and that product was being highly searched at a specific time, I believe that helped me to get more views, even though I had 0 subscribers, right? It helped me get a little more views at that time with no subscribers. Now I have maybe 7 subscribers, right? Or somewhere in that area. But at that time I had no subscribers. Okay, so hopefully this video was helpful to you, and what I would like you to do is to leave, first of all, I would like you to try to use this tool. I'm a teacher, and which is why I'm doing this video on how to use this particular tool, and I would like you to try to use this, and then when you find phrases that are well searched or seem like they have the kind of popularity that you want, try to use them in the title of your video. I'm going to try doing the same thing as well. Also use, if you're selling products online, try to use this to see which products are most popular, what types of products are popular at different times, and see if that helps you get more people looking at your product. If you have an eBay store, you know, where you can actually see the number of views on your product, see if you're getting more views on the product, see if even, you know, you can get more sales. And or just tell me what you think about Google Trends. Even if you don't do any of that stuff, just go on Google Trends, come up with some different phrases, some different words, and type it in just to see how many people or how often people are searching for it, and tell me what you think about it. And if this video is helpful to you, feel free to hit like and subscribe to my channel. Also, look at the description for the video of this channel. There should be some kind of link there to give you more information on Google Trends or anything else that I can think of. So definitely look at the description of this video as well. And thanks for watching.